All right, guys, in this video, I want to share with you something that can give you a superpower when it comes to talking to camera. And also give you a superpower in being a content creator and a YouTuber, a filmmaker. But also something that comes with big pitfalls, something that is kind of like dangerously powerful, and it can really derail you. And it definitely derailed me quite a few times, especially when I was a younger YouTuber. So, what is this thing? It's momentum. It means that you enter a phase in your life when you are making content almost, if not every day. You might think that to stick with this in the long run, to get better results overall long term, you should probably make a YouTube video maybe twice a month or once a week. Separate your time, have your work-life balance, whatever, and not just go crazy into it. But in reality, the more you do it, the more positive results you get, both from your own ability and external things like views and good comments or whatever. It creates this snowball effect where you're just on this content wheel of just making content, thinking about content, living and breathing content. And it can be an incredible thing. A good memory of this was in Bali. Previously from that, I'd made some vlogs and they had just been slightly awkward, slightly difficult, talking to camera in public. I just never fully clicked with the whole vlogging thing. I mainly kind of made films. But then my mate came out, George, who did loads of vlogs. And he just kind of showed me the vlogging lifestyle. He made a vlog every single day. And that kind of clicked something in me where I was like, okay, he does this every day. There's literally no breaks, there's no time off. So then I kind of joined in. I started making maybe 2 or 3 a week for a couple of weeks. The first ones were a bit rusty, but within like 10 days, I made one of the best videos I've ever made, still to this day. And it was kind of, everything kind of came together suddenly. The talking to camera, the big adventure that we went on, my filmmaking skills, and everything kind of created this video. I'll link it below, it's called 48 Hours in Paradise. And I was like, this has just come from momentum. Momentum of the couple of months before, but also specific momentum of those 10 days, 2 weeks leading up to it, where I was making loads of videos. Momentum is an incredibly powerful thing. If you're somebody who is looking to start a YouTube channel and you're like, I really want to do this. I really want to be a content creator. I want to make this my life. I've got this kind of starry-eyed vision of it and I want to do it. I would just go headfirst into it and just get momentum. So that's both making videos consistently and also finding people who also want to do the same thing. That's in the ideal scenario. It's not always possible, but you should really be with an eye open to connect with people who want to do it by your side. Because if you have that combination of your own kind of content creation momentum and that momentum linked up with somebody else, magic things happen. The problem with this when it comes to content creation is you can very easily lose yourself in it, especially if you're younger. When I started doing this more and more, I eventually got to a phase where it was like, I want to make really cool videos, but the problem is that now this is my life and I can't turn it off. And I want to go on an adventure. I want to go on a holiday to relax, but that thing in my mind is thinking, but you're going to Croatia. Even if you're going with your family, it doesn't matter, just capture it. It's content, that'll be amazing. There's blue water, there's, you can do some flips off boats, you can go hiking, imagine all the content. And no longer is it a relaxing holiday, it's now you're still in that momentum. Or you're at home and you're like, right, I'm living a boring week in my life that I enjoy. I go get my coffee in the morning, I do a bit of work, I have lunch, do some more work, I don't know, I read a book, go see a friend and go to bed. But you're like, nah, life has to be exciting. I have to be doing stuff to capture it. And so you start to kind of lose yourself. And not only that, you can also slightly lose yourself, your sense of identity. I believe it can in some ways enable you to skip a part of finding yourself and kind of self-learning where you kind of discover who you are, because you're basing your sense of self off of the content that you're making and how good it is, but also the validation of other people. And because it's kind of you online, in your early, let's say like early 20s, late teens, whatever, that's that phase where you're really figuring out who you are. And if that thing is just kind of based on the reactions of other people, then I know it happened for me, is that I just identified as this kind of travel filmmaker. And then when I started to want to do other things, it really pulled me back. And it took me years to kind of uncouple that and be like, no, I'm Thomas. That's part of what I do. I enjoy doing that, and I also do this, and I also do this. And momentum can be a kind of box of tricks at some points. It just kind of throws up things that you really have to deal with if you really give yourself to a certain thing. But at the end of the day, here's my advice to somebody who wants to start a YouTube channel and they feel like this is the next big step in their life. That making a YouTube channel is the right thing to do. Becoming a content creator is something that they want to explore. Maybe they don't know if it's literally their life mission or the thing they're going to do forever, but it's like there's a burning curiosity, there's a passion, you want to do it. It might be easier for you if you just completely throw yourself into it and just think about nothing else all day and set yourself a pretty hectic content creation schedule. Because those are the things, those bigger goals you have, a bigger demand for your time, a bigger goal that you want to reach. Those things are what can make you come alive and stretch out of your comfort zone and make you really give you really the results that you're looking for. Whereas if you take it slow, it can very easily be something that kind of fades away and that nothing really happens with, especially if you're kind of patient. It's a slight paradox. You need patience, you need consistency. You don't want to burn out and do nothing else, but it's kind of a counterintuitive trick. If you gain momentum, then it can be something that can just transform everything. So I hope that helps, a little bit of food for thought. Comment below if this is something that you've experienced or want to experience, if you've experienced the dark side, the amazing benefits, where you're at in terms of momentum when it comes to content creation. If you want to get a bit of momentum when it comes to talking to camera, go ahead, check out the 30-day Talking to Camera Challenge. And if you want a little bit of help, I have a free PDF that gives you a cheat sheet of the key habits and mindsets. Kind of, you use it as a reference before you talk to camera. It can really help. Just stick it on your wall. That's down below. That is a free PDF. So I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, stay creative. Bye-bye.